What's up, everybody? It's been a while since I've done a video like this, but there's been some news in the TF2 trading scene recently that I thought was just too good to not cover. A record has been broken once again, and it's the most expensive unusual sold in TF2, and it's actually potentially breaking an absolutely massive milestone. And well, we'll get into it, but it's a pretty big one. It's a pretty big one. So first and foremost, what is the hat that's been sold and how much has it been sold for? Well, the hat is the virtual viewfinder with the Arana unusual effect, and it was sold a few weeks ago now, and the price has been updated on Backpack TF at a price of 19,250 keys, which is absolutely insane when you think of that many keys for one singular item, making it the most expensive unusual item ever in TF2, breaking a record. We can take a look down here. It was accepted 17 days ago, but that's not the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. And we can see here what the item was sold for. We've got an Arana Bonk Boy, Arana Soldered Sensei, Burning Flames Polar Pullover, which is an important item. We'll come back to that. Haunted Ghosts Virtual Viewfinder, Masked Flies Hawaiian Hunter, and Australian Force of Nature, along with an additional 600 keys. So as you can see here, all of these unusuals have prices on them so that you know how much the valuation is when you're making the valuation for the item. But one of the items here, like I said, the Burning Flames Polar Pullover, it's outdated. So the price suggestion is a very, very old one. And this has been the center of some price changes for this particular item. Because obviously if this is a very, very outdated item, but the price for that changes, then that would in turn kind of snowball effect change the price of this item, which did mean there was a revision, another suggestion a few days later, 4 days later, instead of saying 19,250, updating it to 20,150 keys, which would make it the first ever item to crack 20,000, the first unusual to break the 20,000 key mark. Just say that with me, 20,000 keys. That'll be the first time that barrier will have been broken. And that's because there was an ongoing price suggestion of the Burning Flames pullover, and it updated it by nearly 100 keys. Now, again, this wasn't the end of it, because we can go again. That previous suggestion was removed, it was withdrawn by the submitter, and another one was done a few days later, and this one is still ongoing. So the previous one of 19,250 was accepted. This is the most up-to-date one that I can find, and it is for 20,300. So that is, again, taking a look at the changing of the price of the Burning Flames Polar Pullover, with that price going up to 5,875. The price of the Arana viewfinder would have been 20,300. So officially the price is at 19,250. That is how much it was sold for, or how much Backpack TF has accepted the price suggestion, excuse me. But if this suggestion goes through based on the revision of the Burning Flames Polar Pullover, 20,300 will be the price. There is discussion going on, but yes, it could be the first unusual to break 20,000 keys. Arana, of course, is this lovely green effect. Very, very nice indeed. If you guys know me and my unusuals over the years, you know I'm a big fan of the green effects. So absolutely amazing. And it made me look up the virtual viewfinder, because it's been an item that's been around for so long now. And this was posted 2013. 2013, this item was suggested to be added into TF2, which, again, just to move like unusuals and trading to the side for 1 second, the longevity of this game is absolutely insane. 2007 it came out, and this was 6 years. This item was suggested 6 years after the game came out, and now we're a further 11 years on. And do you think these guys, came up with this idea, would have thought that their item would have been traded in some form for over 20,000 keys in the future. I'm not sure. But if you remember, a while ago, I made this video, the biggest unusual trade ever happened. This was the January of 2023, so just approaching 2 years ago now. And I was talking about this hat here, which was the Poison Shadow Antlers. Historically, this has been one of the items that has often broken the record for the highest price for an individual unusual, and that was what my previous video was about. And the price has gone up and down in that time since, up to 18,300 keys at one point, and now down to about 13,500. So yeah, this was the previous. But let's go back to our friend here, the Arana Viewfinder. 19,250, like I said, the official accepted price for the moment. But if we're assuming that 20,300 is going to be the final price, how much is that in everyday money? Well, I had to pull out the calculator. It's been a while since I've done some maths. But 20,300 by 1.8, which seems to be the going price of keys at the moment, which is based on the valuation, the dollar valuation, which it's like 34,000 on the 19,250. If we go up to 20,300, that's just over $36,500. $36,500 would be the price, the final price of the Arana Virtual Viewfinder, if that key suggestion does get accepted and that revision goes through. And that would make it the most valuable, the most expensive, unusual in Team Fortress 2 history. So I think I've been rambling a little bit too much now, but I hope you guys liked that little insight into trading. Obviously, people always talk about, they come and talk to my stream. Hey, is it worth holding on to my hats? Do people still care about hats? Of course they do. Records are being broken all the time. Hats are being exchanged, repriced, and things like that. So there is still so much happening in the TF2 trading scene. And it's cool to see a massive record like that broken. And it's cool to see there are so many people still excited about these extremely valuable hats that are going on in the community. But that's enough for me right now. I know I haven't been making a ton of videos lately. But I have been active elsewhere. I do stream regularly on Twitch, so you go check out my Twitch channel if you want to see me playing live. And you can also check out my VOD channel, which has recently been fully furnished with all of my VODs over the past couple of years. So if you're interested in watching any of my playthroughs or MVM playthroughs or anything like that, you can check out the VOD channel too. I'll put those links down in the description. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care, and I'll see you next time.